오징어 게임의 세상 속으로 오신 참가자 여러분 환영합니다. 여러분들은 참가자들과 함께 6가지 게임을 진행하게 됩니다.
안녕.
안녕하세요.
안녕.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Squid Game series is a survival drama television series and it was from South Korea and was created by Hong Dong-hyuk for Netflix. This series focuses on the number of 456 players who were in great financial distress and risked their lives by playing a series of dangerous children's games to win a reward of 45.6 billion. What is the purpose of this game? The purpose is for the VIPs to enjoy their life by gambling on the fate of players that enters the Squid Game. Since they were so rich and could not find any enjoyment to do, they used their money to gamble on the players as victims for their entertainment purposes. Among the positive elements that can be related to the movie of Squid Game is personality and value. Personality reflects how we think and how we feel without any judgment, whereas values express what we think is right. So we can determine a person's value system by ranking values in terms of intensity. So the related scene of personality and value is during the first episode. Sang-woo let Ali use his funds and provides him with money for the bus. This scene expresses Sang-woo's goodwill. Even though Sang-woo is not in a good financial, he provides unprompted charity to Ali, even though he himself is struggling in a large amount of debt at that time.
Motivation is the intensity and effort toward achieving a goal. It refers to how hard a person applies. Motivated people stick with a task until they reach their objective. We can see how Kang Se-byuk is still determined to protect her family and start a new life. She considers her family as a motivation to win the Squid Game. She used to be a pickpocket to save money so that she can purchase a house for her brother and bring her mother to South Korea. Then, Ali is very motivated to help his family outside the game. As we can see, Ali does not join the Squid Game because of debt. He has no money because his boss does not pay him for 6 months.
A problem-solving team is a group of 5 to 12 employees from the same department who get together once a week for several hours to discuss ways to enhance the workplace quality, efficiency, and environment. So the scene that relates to the topic above is children's game, which is red light, green light. We can see here, in order to be successful, you must listen actively. Negotiation can be defined as a process in which 2 or more parties decide how to allocate limited resources. Some of us are like now an elderly guy with a brain tumor who prefers to play games rather than wait to die in the real world. Seong Ki-hoon and Ho Il-nam create an initial bond during the mobile game in episode 6 and refer to each other as their Gabu. Seong then tries to cheat by exploiting the old player's friend's mental state in order to win the game and proceed to the next level. But in the end, Nam decides to give his last marble to Seong Ki-hoon as he is the only one who will look after it while you are on the island. Seong Ki-hoon won. It tends to karma.
Behavioral choice is divided into 2 parts, namely initiative structure and consideration. Initiative structure involves task-oriented leader behavior. Initiative structure behavior includes scheduling work, determining what to do, giving instruction to organizational members and others. In the drama, Squid Game has shown about the behavior of a group leader. In the start of one challenge, all players are required to form a group of 10 players. Before the game starts, Oh In-nam had given some suggestions to save their lives together, and he has also given everyone a role in the match. Next, Cho Sang-woo also lead and save their team by producing tactics in the final moments of the game. As a result, they managed to win. The positive elements shown by Oh In-nam and Cho Sang-woo in this situation Instead, every leader should always have good communication skills.
One of the negative elements is discrimination. Usually when we talk about discrimination, we usually implementing stereotypes about group of people influence our conduct. Rather than looking at individual characteristics, unfair discrimination assumes everyone in a group is the same. So Squid Game offer an insight into societal inequalities and poor exploitations. So this type of discrimination happen when the richer and the poor are not treated equally.
Attitudes are evaluative statements about items, people, or events that are either positive or negative. The negative attitude overcome from the drama drives a man to death. Such an attitude can be attributed to Jang Dew-suk. The most powerful moderators in the attitude behavior relationship are the importance of the attitude, its appropriateness to the behavior, its accessibility, the presences of social pressures, and whether a person has direct experience with the attitude. Emotions are powerful, discrete, and transient feelings that are frequently triggered by a specific event. Moods are less powerful and last longer than emotions, and they frequently occur without the specific event acting as a stimulus. Last but not least, the Squid Game is a brutal and emotionally draining experience. All of the participants were in debt and had little hope or means for survival.
Consideration behavior includes supportive and friendly, communicating openly with group members, respecting their idea and others. This situation applies to the challenge of playing marble. Cho Sang-woo has chosen Ali as his partner for this game. Cho Sang-woo has lost every match, and he took advantage of Ali's victory by turning the stone into Ali's marble sack. Because of that, Ali was shot dead by game's card. Therefore, leaders who betray for self-interest are abused and led into integrity. The real responsibility of a leader is to lead others with the value of love. Personality is a collection of ways an individual acts and interacts with others, and it is determined by heredity and environmental factors. In this section, we will focus more on environmental factors. If a person exercises with good people, then his personality will be good. There is a character in the drama Squid Game named Jang Dok-soo who has a bad personality for a society with dangerous and immoral people. Jang Dok-soo has become the most feared leader by his team members and all the players because he is willing to kill other participants for his own sake. Jang Dok-soo initially included Han Min-yoo in his team after Han Min-yoo helped him survive the previous challenge, but on the next challenge he had kicked Han Min-yoo out of the group and replaced him with someone else. This situation shows negative element and negative personality that should not be present in a person, let alone for those who hold position as leader.
Okay, so for three characters that I like, Oh Il-nam, Kang Se-byuk, and Seung Ji-hoon. Based on the character of Oh Il-nam, player 001, actually it opens our minds to never occasionally judge someone outwardly only without knowing his inner as well. Something extraordinary does not come from those who have riches nature and energy and accompanied, but can be present from various status, young, old, or children, and genders male and female. So the personality of everyone is different, and it is not appropriate for us to pass judgment on someone. So the saying on says, don't judge book by its cover. Next character of Oh Il-nam shows that dealing something must be rational and effective. So for a problem, it is significant to have the knowledge and experience where it will support us in crucial time, such as in the game of tug of war. So thinking peacefully actually facilitates our minds to think critically and help self-act proactively. The next character of Oh Il-nam also shows that senior citizen norms will return to the young norms again. In the Squid Game movie, it has been proven that the games created by Oh Il-nam are based on his wishes and desires to return to his youth full of joy and laughter. The older the parents, the more the attitude change to irritable, sensitive to reprimands, easily sulking, lonely, and so on. So do not dispute if our parents have reached such an ethical age because the human life cycle will return to the beginning again.
You can consider Kang Se-byok is lone wolf because she is a very quiet, calm person and never panic in every situation. She prefers to focus on her feeling, moods rather than share it to other people. She loves to work alone and do not trust anybody. Kang Se-byok demonstrates a high level of care to her family. She also became a participant of the Squid Game because she wants to save her family. Kang Se-byok is willing to make a sacrifice to make sure her family is safe. There is a scene where Kang Se-byok gives responsibility to Gi-hun to take care of her little brother, which is Chol, after her death. This scene shows that even though Se-byok is very painful, she's still thinking of her family. From this series, we can see that Kang Se-byok is a very wise person. The way she thinks is different from the others. Smart people always make smart decisions. She figured out how to survive in the first game, which is hiding behind another player. She also managed to stay awake when they captured Drak and brought to the game. She also snuck her pocket knife into the game.
Based on the character of Sung Ji-hoon, player 456, it is described that human life will change according to the passage of time and self-will. It gives an awareness that success does not look at the level of appearance, lineage, or ranks. No matter how hard we study, a position in our career does not mean the end of our life is also good, because it all depends on maximum diligence along with careful effort as well. So the sacrifice of tiredness will be rewarded in due time, and nothing will be lost if dreams and desires continue to burn within. For the next character of Sung Ji-hoon, it is described that money does not bring happiness and peace. It shows that people often chase money to the point of ignoring the people they love. The happiness is about enough on what we have and not on position alone. There is no benefit and goodness to us if we have a lot of money, but our daily life is filled with silence and quiet. So losing and being away from a loved one is far more miserable than no money, even though money is necessarily for living life. For the next character of Sung Ji-hoon, we need to have a very high degree of respect because it reflects our moral of our self-how. Even if we are not smart, not from a happy family, at least we have high respectful manners and people will respect us again. It's like what you give, you get back. For the first lesson, we must be good at managing finance. It is essential for human life for continuous survival. And then finance can be lead into two factors, either positive or negative. And financial problem is common in human life and it depends on ourselves how to manage it. So it is important for everyone to have finance management skills, so it also preserves ourselves and our family.
This series features characters who bring different personalities. For example, Kang Se-byok is very silent and look arrogant but has a bitter and hidden life story. Another character is Sang-woo, who is double-faced and take advantage of others. Our job as a human being is not to place hatred on someone, but we take a lesson and not to do it.
Moving on to the next lesson, which is always be a good teamwork. The joint effort of a group to attain a common goal or perform a task in the most effective and efficient manner feasible is defined as teamwork. This context shows in a tug of war game, players from teams based on their physical strength. Those who look weaker are shunned by others. The weakest person is the old man, but he shares the smartest strategy that allows his team to win. He tells them how they should place themselves athletically around the ropes. Thus, it's all about how do we organize your team with each member playing a key role in helping get the win. The preparation of these strategies is essential to their success.
The lesson that can be learned is related scene in episode 3, which is the man with the umbrella.
두 번째 게임은 설탕 뽑기입니다. 선택하신 모양은 여러분이 뽑아야 할 모양입니다.
The lesson is that kindness will always be repaid in unexpected ways. For this scene, Ji-hoon was kind and unselfish towards his team before the start of the game by considering solutions to help each of his team members to choose the right shades of candy. But luckily he had chosen the hard one, which is the umbrella. However, Kindness and consideration were repaid to him as he can succeed through the obstacles, even though it was hard. This proves that kindness will repay you even if you need to sacrifice it for something.
The next moral of Squid Game is don't easily trust others. Trusting others is something that must be done if you want to build good relationship. However, sometimes this should not be done excessively as it will backfire on you. As an example of the situation in the Squid Game, in the marble game scene, Sang-woo has played a cunning way with Ali. Ali is eliminated in a game of marble after his marbles are snapped by Sang-woo, who exchanged them for stone. This Ali character who adores Sang-woo too much is finally deceived and killed. From this situation, we can learn that do not easily believe the word of someone, moreover someone we have just met in a short period of time.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Kamsahamnida.
감사합니다.